From Uxbridge High School in Uxbridge, Massachusetts, Charter TV 3 presents live coverage of Central Mass High School basketball. Tonight, it's a Blackstone Valley showdown as the Sutton Sammies visit the Uxbridge Spartans. It's high school hoops on Charter TV 3. Hello, everyone, and welcome inside Uxbridge High School. I'm Kevin Shea, joined alongside by Kevin Wells. The blood is already pumping. The music is loud. The JV game went down to the wire. It was a physical game. These are two schools that may not look like a big rivalry. It is, though. It's going to be a physical contest tonight, Kevin.
Well, you can walk through the woods from one school to the other, but let me tell you, they definitely have a great rivalry. Tough place to play here at Uxbridge High School. Sutton is playing exceptionally well. Certainly, they've won their last 6.
Yeah, 6 in a row for Sutton. They're 9-1 overall. A win tonight, and the Sammies clinch a spot in the districts. This is a team that's playing very well, and they're a smaller lineup than a year ago. Last year, remember, they had Richie Harrington, 6'6". They don't have that big center. They're playing 3 guards, but they're a team that's going to run. They're going to push it. They're a very deep team as well. Jim Donnelly not afraid to go to the bench and use every man on the bench. They'll try to wear you down.
No, they're very well balanced. They're going to look to put pressure on the basketball on the defensive end, create some turmoil, try to make the Uxbridge Spartans turn the basketball over, and on the offensive end, they're going to kick it and run. I'm stumbling over my words because I'm juiced with the music behind us.
Now you look at Uxbridge. Oliver Sawyer, 6'4", great wide receiver on the football team. He's a physical player. Uxbridge is going to look to establish position down low and control the paint, and Sawyer is the key.
Well, Sawyer's very athletic. He knows how to post up and use his body. He makes himself big in that low post area. And like you said, he has great hands at a wide receiver position. You know, he had an outstanding football season, and he's done a great job thus far for the Spartans this year in the paint.
Tony Prioli, the senior captain for Sutton, he had 17 points his last game out. He will probably mark up with Sawyer. Prioli's 6'1", but he's strong. He's a physical player. He's a kid that has worked on his game exceptionally over the last 5, 6, 7 years, going to camp, working hard in the weight room. He likes this challenge.
Well, I think what you're going to see him do, he's going to have to compensate a little bit. He's going to body up. You know, he's a strong young man. He's wide. He really likes to get after it. He loves the physicality of basketball. So you're certainly going to see him lean into the paint a little bit on Sawyer.
Remember, Sutton won a Clark championship a year ago, so they love this kind of atmosphere. They love coming in as public enemy number 1. They will certainly be that here tonight. How much does experience play? And they do have a lot of game experience on that Sutton roster. How much does that play into a game like tonight?
Well, along with experience comes continuity, and along with continuity comes chemistry. So it's something that's really important. You really can't coach that. That's something that over the years kids develop. They get a greater understanding. The look-away pass becomes all of a sudden a reality because you've seen and you've been with your teammates for several years. So it's absolutely a big factor tonight. They may not have the height, but they definitely have the heart.
Well, certainly Uxbridge has the will to win as well as they are defending their home court. It is the Spartans and the Sammies. We're back with the opening tip-off right after this.
There's something about central Massachusetts that makes it a great place to live and work. Our history, our heritage, our values, our resilience and drive to innovate. At Unibank, we're proud to call central Massachusetts home, and we're committed to remaining true to our founding purpose, to be the best bank for all customers, large and small. Unibank, big bank know-how, community bank attitude. Member FDIC, member DIF.
Hey everybody, it's time! Quick, pour some water!
Push! You can do it!
Let's see the hands!
Push!
What a beautiful baby! It's a boy! Let's feed him!
Big food, big fun.
at Carl's Oxford Diner.
Eat up, Piglet.
I'm District Attorney Joe Early, and I'm proud to partner with Charter Communications with our pledge to help raise awareness that bullying should not be tolerated. From local school students, here is our message.
If you see someone getting bullied, stand up for them. You never know what a few words can do.
We need to foster safe environments for students in their schools and communities. Join the anti-bully crusade. Take a stand to lend a hand. Don't be a bully.
Presented by the law offices of Joseph J. Corriglia.
Hi, Anthony Torre, General Sales Manager here at Patera Nissan, your #1 Nissan dealership in central New England.
Save $3,500 off all in-stock roads. 2015 Nissan Altima. Save $5,000 off all in-stock Altimas. And for 2016, introducing the all-new redesigned Nissan Maxima and Murano.
Deal you're looking for, I've got it. I guarantee you I'm going to give you one of the best prices around. Patera Nissan, Route 20, Auburn, Massachusetts.
Local news from Central Massachusetts for Central Massachusetts.
If you're planning to go out this weekend, so are the police.
This was the scene on that road last night when 2 cars collided.
Police arrest a Grafton man who they say ran away from a traffic stop on I-290.
The society says they condemn the recent acts of violence.
Reporters in the field. And an in-depth local forecast. Worcester News tonight on Charter TV3.
Welcome back, everyone, to Uxbridge High School. Kevin Shea, Kevin Wells, Phil Robo as well. And we talked about a lot in the open there. We're going to look at some of the standings, tell you about the Dual Valley Conference standings. And Hopedale's perfect in the league, 4-0, 8-3 overall. They are the only team to defeat Sutton so far. Sutton 4-1 in the league, 9-1 overall. As we mentioned, Sammys can qualify for the districts with a win tonight. Nipmuc, still a very tough team as well. Whitesville Christian, not the same Whitesville Christian that we have seen in recent years, but remember, proud tradition, that's a school that is coming on and getting better. They're a young team, so they're getting better as the season goes on. Douglas, BMR rounding out the Dual Valley Conference. And the Swickle East standings, the Oxford Pirates, their only loss, one of 2 losses rather, opening night to Sutton. And then they beat Bartlett. They lost to Tantascwa recently, but, you know, Tantascwa Division I team. So Oxford's a very talented team, very good team. And then you look who's right on their heels. The Uxbridge Spartans, 6-3 in the league, 7-3 overall. This is a very good Uxbridge team and a team that knows they can get another step closer to qualifying for the districts with a win here tonight. Grafton, Northbridge. Remember, Northbridge started very slow, too, because they were without 2 starters because of the football players being injured in that Super Bowl championship win. Millbury and Auburn rounding out the Swickle East standings. So as we set the stage for tonight's game, new gym, of course, this is a couple years in, but we were talking with Mark Donahue before the game, and Mark Donahue, longtime coach, longtime athletic director at Uxbridge High School, and we were saying it's kind of like the new garden and the old garden. You had the old garden and the old Uxbridge High School, and boy, that place would rock. It was so small, it was like a shoebox. This place is a little different. It's a beautiful facility, beautiful, but just because of the way things are now, higher ceilings, the seats, the crowd, you know, you're not on top of the court like the old stadium was.
Well, the old gym at Uxbridge High School, certainly, you know, you barely had 2 feet on the end lines and you were hitting the wall, and then the stands, very rarely, if those of you watching tonight can recall, very rarely did you not have a full house at Uxbridge High School. However, I will say that this is a very difficult gym for opposing teams to play in, so that certainly bodes well and is in the favor of Uxbridge here this evening.
All right, we're going to take another timeout. When we return, the opening tip-off between Uxbridge and Sutton on Charter TV3.
There's something about central Massachusetts that makes it a great place to live and work. Our history, our heritage, our values, our resilience and drive to innovate. At Unibank, We're proud to call Central Massachusetts home, and we're committed to remaining true to our founding purpose, to be the best bank for all customers, large and small. Unibank, big bank know-how, community bank attitude. Member FDIC, member DIF.
Hey, everybody, it's time. Quick, boil some water.
March! You can do it!
I see the hands.
Come on!
What a beautiful baby. It's a boy. Let's feed him.
Big food, big fun at Carl's Oxford Diner.
Eat up, Piglet.
I'm District Attorney Joe Early, and I'm proud to partner with Charter Communications with our pledge to help raise awareness that bullying should not be tolerated. From local school students, here is our message.
If you see someone getting bullied, stand up for them. You never know what a few words can do.
We need to foster safe environments for students in their schools and communities. Join the anti-bully crusade. Take a stand to lend a hand. Don't be a bully.
Presented by the law offices of Joseph J. Corriglia.
Hi, Anthony Torre, General Sales Manager here at Patera Nissan, your #1 Nissan dealership in central New England.
Save $3,500 off all in-stock roads. 2015 Nissan Altima. Save $5,000 off all in-stock Altimas. And for 2016, introducing the all-new redesigned Nissan Maxima and Murano.
Deal you're looking for, I've got it. I guarantee you I'm going to give you one of the best prices around. Patera Nissan, Route 20, Auburn, Massachusetts.
Local news from Central Massachusetts for Central Massachusetts.
If you're planning to go out this weekend, so are the police.
This was the scene on that road last night when two cars collided.
Police arrest a Grafton man who they say ran away from a traffic stop on I-290.
The society says they condemn the recent acts of violence.
Reporters in the field. And an in-depth local forecast. Worcester News Tonight on Charter TV3.
Welcome back, everyone. We are getting set for the introductions for tonight's game. Sutton and Uxbridge as well. And the two coaches, two very veteran coaches, two guys that were very good players during their days. Starting lineup for Sutton, Tommy Mooney, Nick Maslick, Joe Perry, Tony Frioli, and Zach Rebuffo. And for the Uxbridge Spartans, their starting five is as follows. Cam Stewart, Nathan Manns, Ryan Murray, Josh Callahan, and Oliver Sawyer. Oliver Sawyer is the one we highlighted in the open, 6'4", great wide receiver on that football team. And he's a player that certainly could command the paint, and someone who you got to think Uxbridge is going to try to go inside too. As we mentioned, both coaches very veteran. Jimmy Donnelly coached at Oxford for years, and here Gino Manzi coached at Southbridge, coached at Shepherd Hill, and here at Uxbridge, and two guys that have been successful wherever they've been. Tommy Mooney is another key for Sutton. He's been a player, he's a playmaker for him. He's a guy that is always going 100 miles an hour on the court, and someone who can really disrupt things and get it into transition. One thing the Sutton team does very well is they create havoc defensively. They want to pressure you. They don't want to play a half-court game. They want to dictate the tempo and the pace. They want to create turnovers, and when they do, they want to get going and get running right away.
Well, Tommy Mooney certainly has been around the last 4 years, with this varsity team. But I got to tell you, veteran Suttonite Dave Sampson says he owes all of his success to Sammy's tutelage.
We have a good crowd here. Uxbridge, one of the great things about Uxbridge, and certainly the old high school, is it was almost like Halloween night whenever they played. Remember, the kids would come in and they'd be all dressed in costumes. Well, they got a good student crowd here tonight, and they have been loud since the JV game, ready to go.
Well, the JV game,
great school spirit.
If the JV game is any indication of the intensity that this game is going to have, people better buckle up.
For the singing of the national anthem, which will be sung tonight by the Uxbridge High School Spartans.
Great job by those students singing the anthem.
Known as the Uxbridge Spartans.
I like it. I like the play on words. Good beard, too, but one of the Uxbridge players there in the warm-up suit has a phenomenal beard going. If we can get a shot of him at some point, it's, I'm trying to think of Johnny, who's the Red Sox player, that Johnny Gomes. He's a Johnny Gomes lookalike with that beard. He's got it going. Let's see, there he is on the bench. It's, they got a couple guys with beard, but Gomes is the one on the right. The one who looks like Gomes. Josh Callahan, there's the Uxbridge faithful. They're getting fired up in the seats. They got the band here. Good crowd. Opening tip-off, Joe Perry's got it. For Sutton. Maslick's got some height for him.
So Uxbridge starts in the zone.
Around it goes Fry, 3 from the corner. In and out, offensive rebound, no good. Perry gets another offensive rebound. Maslick for 3, long rebound. Corralled there by Mance. And knocked away, it'll be Sutton basketball. Frioli will put it in play right in front of our broadcast table.
Well, you've got 2 offensive rebounds, 2 shot attempts, and Sutton gets the ball back for a 3rd consecutive look at it.
Oliver Sawyer in the middle. Sawyer will contest. Good job drawing the defense. Couple up fakes. Another offensive rebound, and there's a lid on the basket right now for Sutton, but they've had a couple cracks at it.
Well, Uxbridge doing a great job of hanging tough and coming up with that defensive rebound.
Callahan, beautiful pass on the backdoor cut, and a circus shot from Mance. Mance with his back to the basket. That's a tough shot to make in horse, let alone in a varsity game.
Nathan Mance breaks the ice for the Spartans. Nice take off the wing.
Beautiful shot from the junior. Gets the crowd into it, gives Uxbridge a 2-0 lead.
Travel.
Turnover will give the ball to to Uxbridge rather. Mans, the 5'8" junior point guard, brings it up. Cam Stewart up top. Trying to run Moraes off a couple picks.
Yeah, they dumped that ball to the high post and scissor cut.
Sawyer, good look to Callahan. Sawyer keeps it alive. As we get a travel, he knocked it out to Stewart. Sawyer is 6'4" senior, Callahan a 6'3" junior. Uxbridge has some good size and some good strength with those two.
20 on the shot clock. Sutton doing a nice job of being patient.
And a nice deflection by the Uxbridge defense. Sawyer comes down with it. Stewart on the run. Perry might have got a hand on it. Moraes for 3. Tip. And back the other way comes Sutton. Maslick all the way down. Rebound by Moraes. Sawyer through the defense, and he is fouled.
On the floor, so it'll be possession underneath.
We'll have to see if we can corral Mark Donahue. Sawyer's a player that I would guess, like a J.J. Howland, who we saw from Tantascwa, Kevin, who just committed to Yale this past weekend for football. Sawyer's a guy that I would think would have a lot of coaches, football coaches, seeking his services for the next 4 years. Callahan, turnaround off the window. Uxbridge.
Well, again, great pass in from Sawyer. Oliver Sawyer with the entrance pass and the turnaround off the window.
Skip pass to the corner. And just inside the arc, Maslick has the first field goal of the ball game for Sutton. It's a 4-2 game.
Nick Maslick, only a junior, doing a nice job there. A little shot fake, dribbled into open space, got himself a better angle, and obviously was able to knock it down.
Callahan turnaround, no good. Rebound by Mooney. Mooney's a senior, he's a veteran. Been in a lot of games and a lot of big games at that too, Sutton. You think about the districts and the Clark. And a nice steal from Mance.
Now, unfortunately, Mooney left his feet to make that pass.
It was Stewart rather on the steal. Great anticipation from Cam Stewart. He read it the whole way and he just jumped it.
Well, Cam Stewart notices that the defender is continuing to move his feet, so he just takes it right to the rack. Contact is made. He gets 2 from the charity stripe.
Frioli picks up his first. Stewart will have 1 more as he gives the Spartans a 3-point lead. And Tony's father, John Frioli, a great athlete at St. Peter Marion. Great basketball player, was a high school classmate and teammate of Sean Conrad, the Anna Maria head coach.
Full court pressure by Uxbridge. It looked quickly like a 2-1-2 where they would trap at the 3/4 court mark.
Sutton has gone to the bench. Jim Donnelly bringing in a couple fresh bodies. Joe Perry for 3, no good. Long rebound, and Murray has it. Here's Mance directing traffic. Callahan drives, kicks, Sawyer elbow jumper, knocks it down.
Another nice bucket.
That's good range too, Kevin. When you have a 6'4" center that can bring people out like that, it's going to open up a lot.
No question about it. Nice soft touch there.
Frioli baseline drive and dish. In and out. Steal by Perry. Very active defensively, the Sutton team. They have already forced 4 turnovers.
Wow, great hands there after Uxbridge had stepped on the line. Uxbridge had done a great job defensively, and Sutton came up with that steal. Unfortunately, they turn it over.
Mooney checks out of the ball game. Jim Donnelly had a phenomenal college career at Worcester State. Still plays in some summer leagues and can still light it up.
He just grabs a lot more shirts on the defensive end than he ever did as a player in college.
With age comes wisdom. 3:21 to play in the first quarter.
Ashton Grennan in the ball game for Sutton. He's only a sophomore.
Jim Donnelly has a lot of confidence in this team. Jared Buffoni, another sophomore in the ball game for Sutton. Not afraid to put these young kids in the varsity game and let them get that trial by fire, so to speak. There's Jim Donnelly. He had a lot of success with Oxford, had a lot of success with Sutton too. Won Clark championships with both schools. Sutton has 4 turnovers in the game as well. Perry's 3 is off the mark. As Johnny Most would say, there's a lid on the basket. Uxbridge, Mance, guarded by Frioli. Stingy defense from Sutton. Mance brings it out. 12 seconds on the shot clock. Here's Sawyer. Sawyer kicking it inside. Turnaround jumper from Whitlock. No good. Whitlock battles, gets the offensive rebound. First offensive board of the game for Sutton. Here's Stewart for 3. Got it. Cam Stewart.
Well, that makes it 10-2. Or is that's a 3?
Yeah, 3. So a big lead for Uxbridge as they have come out of the gates hitting their shots. I think they've moved the ball very well too, Kevin, under this pressure defense from Sutton.
Well, there's the dribble drive, against the man-to-man. And Sutton is so cognizant in their defensive triangles. They look to help, so they slacked off on the weak side guard, and it was a quick kick out. Nice job sharing the basketball by Uxbridge on that trip.
And it is Uxbridge on a 7-0 run right now. The band's firing it up. The kids are dancing in the seats. Cold outside, but it's a warm gymnasium in here.
No snow.
No snow, no frost. Just some good high school basketball. Sutton looking to regroup. What would you say if you were in that Sutton huddle?
I'll continue to be patient. They've been getting some looks. They've done a nice job of penetrating and then looking for the slip from the high post and low post down the middle. They just got to stay with their game plan. sooner or later, the lid is going to unseal and the ball's going to drop through the cylinder. They just have to be patient, not force things.
And that'll get you back in a hurry. The three from Maslick, no good, but the offensive rebound from Mooney.
Now, if there's
Up and
Mooney,
in.
Uxbridge comes back full court.
Almost got a steal, too. Mooney got a hand on it. Spartans moving it up. Stewart. Up and under, Whitlock.
Well, nice job on the up fake. Whitlock got the defender to rise and go by and then just laid it off the window.
Whitlock's a senior. He's not going to panic in these situations. As you mentioned, good poise with the up fake. Maslick, the lefty.
Sutton is doing a nice job, Kevin, is spreading out that Uxbridge zone. They need to get somebody to the high post, though.
Maslick's three, no good. Sawyer the rebound. Mance brings it up. Knocked away from behind, loose ball. It will remain Uxbridge.
Now, great hustle, good trailing defense with the reach, knocking the ball away from behind.
Sutton is 0 for 6 from beyond the arc here in the first quarter. 13-4, Uxbridge Spartans in front. Spartans 6-3, and Sutton 9-1 coming into tonight's game. 7-3 rather, Uxbridge is overall, 6-3 in league play. And we're going to get a reach.
Mooney gets fouled.
On Mance, that is the first on Nathan Mance.
You know, you talk about Sutton shooting the three. You know, honestly, Kevin, ever since the three-point shot came into effect, you know, going back years, many moons ago, I coached at Oxford against Sutton on a regular basis, and a good friend of mine, the late Steve Ramasco, they used to shoot threes until the kids' arms were ready to fall off. They're just a program, and Jim Donnelly certainly has embraced the three-point shot, that believes in having the guts to take the shot.
Steve Ramasco was a great golfer as well. I mean, obviously a tremendous basketball coach, a great human being. So many of his former players and coaches talk about the lessons that Coach Ramasco taught them. A heck of a golfer as well, though. 75, you would routinely shoot. Very fierce competitor. Whitlock, no good. Perry looks up court. Sutton will run on every single possession. Frioli drops home two.
Nice pass to Frioli along the baseline, kind of over the top of the zone. Mooney doing a good job there.
It is a 7-point Uxbridge lead, 13-6. Sawyer kicks it out. Whitlock at the elbow, and that'll do it. The quarter runs out. After one quarter, though, it is the home-standing Uxbridge Spartans in front. They lead it 13-6. We're coming back with more right after this.
There's something about central Massachusetts that makes it a great place to live and work. Our history, our heritage, our values, our resilience and drive to innovate. At Unibank, we're proud to call central Massachusetts home, and we're committed to remaining true to our founding purpose, to be the best bank for all customers, large and small. Unibank, big bank know-how, community bank attitude. Member FDIC, member DIF.
Hi, Anthony Torrey, General Sales Manager here at Patera Nissan, your #1 Nissan dealership in central New England.
Save $3,500 off all in-stock roads. 2015 Nissan Altima. Save $5,000 off all in-stock Altimas. And for 2016, introducing the all-new redesigned Nissan Maxima and Murano.
Deal you're looking for, I've got it. I guarantee you I'm going to give you one of the best prices around. Patera Nissan, Route 20, Auburn, Massachusetts.
Central Mass High School Basketball on Charter TV3 is brought to you by Carl's Oxford Diner, the law offices of Joseph J. Cariglia, Unibank, and Patera Nissan of Auburn. Start of the second quarter, Kevin Shea with Kevin Wells. 13-6, Uxbridge in front.
There's an Uxbridge turnover. Sutton will get the ball back. And again, Kevin, when you take a look at that shooting percentage for Sutton, they had an opportunity for 15 looks in that first quarter. You know, and as a coach, you'll take that all day. I just want to repeat, they're not going to shoot as poorly consistently throughout the rest of this ball game.
Sutton shooting 20% in the first quarter. Meanwhile, Uxbridge hitting at 50%, 5 of 10 from the field for the Spartans. Mazlek looks at it now, drives, knocked to the ground, and he draws the foul. It'll be a blocking foul. So Sutton will put it in play underneath the basket. Perry goes up top to Mooney.
See, if you look at that high post area near the free throw line, there's a lot of orange open space there.
Here's Perry for three. That's one way to beat that zone. Mooney with the offensive rebound, floater in the lane. And Callahan comes down with the rebound, stolen by Mooney, up and in.
Now, if you take a look at Tommy Mooney, he's gotten so much stronger over time. You know, he's really developed himself as he ripped that away for that bucket.
Mazlek, Callahan tries to save it, stepped on the line. Brian Callahan, the official, no relation with the call. Brian Callahan, the principal at Westboro High School. There's Brian Callahan.
The Rangers
no relation.
of
They spell it
Westboro.
differently, but yeah, I'll tell you, he's a great guy, great administrator. Used to be the athletic director at West Boylston way back. Now the principal at Westboro High School. Does a great job. Here's Frioli for three. In and out. Offensive rebound, another offensive rebound for Sutton, and they move that ball around real quick. Skip it. Mazlek looked at it. They'll make this zone move their feet. It is Perry with a three. Joe Perry with the triple, and just like that, Sutton's back in the ball game. They trail by 2.
You know, Sutton has been doing a pretty good job against that zone. Uxbridge, the kids have been working feverishly. Great footwork, playing it with a lot of intensity. Uxbridge has been patient, Kevin, working the skip pass, the bounce pass down the lane, and they've been reversing the basketball exceptionally well.
Sutton is on a 9-2 run right now. Callahan, turn around, off the window, beautiful shot.
That's a big bucket right there for the Spartans.
You can't defend that. 6'3", fade away like that off the window. That's a great shot. That's Larry Bird-esque.
Travel. Well, let's take a look at that Larry Bird-esque. Catch and release.
Beautiful.
Kind of like catching bass that are too small. You catch them and you release them.
Good drive to the basket by Nathan Mance. Back-to-back buckets by Uxbridge.
Wow.
And it's a 6-point Spartan lead.
No hesitation whatsoever there. Great job taking it right to the basket.
Sutton had cut the margin down to 2. Uxbridge pushes it back to 6, and now it's at 3 after the Mazlek 3. Sawyer with a strong take. Battle for the loose rebound. Frioli has it. Up to Mooney. Perry skipping it to Fry. Frioli taking it strong to the hoop, and a nice rebound by Sawyer. Quickly up the court to Murray. Murray off the window for 2.
Great outlet pass and started that break going. And as soon as he saw he had him beat to the right-hand side, he just took it hard to the glass. Nice job by Uxbridge on that outlet.
5-point lead for the Spartans, 19-14. 4 minutes and 30 seconds to play in the first half. It'll be Sutton basketball, last touched by the Spartans. Jared Buffoni, sophomore, coming in for Sutton. Perry off the screen for 3, got it.
Well, I'll tell you, Joe Perry, he starts to heat up. If you give him enough daylight, he can really hurt you with that perimeter shot.
And he has that confidence too, does Joe Perry, as Sutton has hit 3 threes in a row after going 0 for 9 from beyond the arc.
Well, there's a huge bucket. Ryan Murray.
And Murray's got 5 points, answering the 3 with a 3. Mooney looking for help. Hooks it over to Perry. Perry with a deep 3. High rebound, deflected out. And Grennan has it. There's Mooney for three. Callahan, big rebound for the Spartans.
Sutton has done a great job of keeping the ball alive on the offensive end. Nice ball movement by Uxbridge.
Sawyer, reverse. Grennan. Mooney and Grennan going back and forth. And Mooney trying to go inside. Good defense from Uxbridge.
A lot of traffic to make that pass. Uxbridge doing a great job of collapsing in the middle of that zone.
5 turnovers apiece, each team. 3:05 to play in the first half. 22-17, Uxbridge in front.
Good man-to-man defense by the Sammies.
That's a strong take. Cam Stewart going right at the defense, fearless.
Now, gave up the baseline that time. I'm not sure if coach forces baseline and they look for the double team. If that's the case, the double team just wasn't there.
And a nice drop step by Buffoni, the sophomore, playing with some confidence.
Timeout, Sutton.
2:38 to play here in the first half, 24-19. Uxbridge in front, Jim Donnelly talking things over with his crew, the U, Uxbridge Spartans. The faithful are out tonight. I want to say hello to my wife, Katie, lovely wife Katie, and my young son Kevin, my mother-in-law Nan, who are all watching at home. They just turned the game on about a half an hour ago.
Gotta love that first name though, Kevin.
I know, it's great. Kevin the third. Carrying on the legacy. I'm sure he's up right now too, because he's got a good hyper streak to him.
Well, there's a nice one-handed pass. You know, and again, as soon as he saw the lane, took it hard to the baseline. And then, of course, Sutton, a little whirling dervish there. Drop step and a spin move. Big bucket by the sophomore, Jared Buffoni.
5-point Uxbridge lead. They have the ball. Here's a steal by Mooney. Mooney already has a handful of steals. Up ahead to Frioli. Beautiful fast break from Sutton.
Well, nice job. That came right off of a steal. Sutton picks up full court.
And that's one of the points, Kevin, you and I talked about, is just how quickly Sutton gets into transition, how they turn a steal into 2 points. 3. Frioli, another big rebound. Fry has to play a lot taller than he is for this Sutton team. As we mentioned, does not have the height they had a year ago with Richie Harrington.
Well, he's been doing that all season long. So, you know, as they come into this game at 9-1, he's got 10 games under his belt where he's had to be a strong forward.
He's a power forward. Gives you a little look of Milan Lucic, a former Bruins forward. Here's a 3 from Stewart. Fry, another rebound.
Nice job setting up that three-point shot and a good look for Uxbridge.
And a good rebound by Murray. He went high for that one.
Massler couldn't get it to drop for Sutton.
Mance, the point guard. He's the quarterback of that offense. Sawyer's looking. Oh, beautiful feed to Callahan. Count the basket. And Josh Callahan will go to the line with a chance for a three-point play.
You know, we talked about Sutton and playing together. Well, let's take a look, if we have an opportunity, at Uxbridge here. Sutton does a great job of denying the flash. As soon as they did that, he cuts back door. So he's not open because they're side fronting that high post flash. Then he cuts back door. Outstanding pass, great timing. 27-21 with 1:13 to go.
Callahan completing the three-point play. Fry to Perry in the corner. And here's a steal by Uxbridge. Mance.
Big turnover. We'll see if they can convert here.
Mance the drive and dish. Sawyer looking inside. Beautiful pass again to Callahan. The two teaming up very well.
Well, Sawyer his basketball IQ is very high. He sees the floor. He anticipates where his players are going to be on the cut. Good entrance pass there. They just couldn't finish it.
And Sawyer's going to be whistled for the foul Oliver Sawyer down the other end as Mooney drove, drew the foul.
Each team, Kevin, with only 3 team fouls apiece. 6 total in the first half.
It's been a quick-moving first half. A late start because the JV game went literally almost up to 7 o'clock. It ended, I think, about 2 minutes before 7. Fry with a 3 from the corner. So Anthony Frioli heating up. He's got 7 points. He's already close to 10 rebounds as well. And Callahan offensive foul. .4 seconds to play here in the first half.
Oh, good look at it right there. So Sutton with an opportunity to tie this ball game up at the half with a 3.
That's been their shot here in the second quarter after being cold in the first. Good help defense that time, sliding down with Stewart.
Shot clock is off, 14.3 on the game clock.
Jim Donnelly wants Nick Maslick back in the ball game. Maslick, one of their shooters, gets him in for the final 14.3 seconds of the first half. Mooney dribbles out of pressure. 7 seconds. Perry with a 3. No good. Long rebound. Run down by Mance. Mance and Stewart at the buzzer. No good. Oh, beautiful shot by Stewart. It was no good, though. Brian Callahan said right away, no good, no good, after the buzzer sounded. But still, a very electric first half here at Uxbridge High School. The Spartans lead it at the break, 27-24. We will be back with all of our halftime activities coming up after this.
Hi, Anthony Torre, General Sales Manager here at Patera Nissan, your #1 Nissan dealership in central New England.
Save $3,500 off all in-stock roads. 2015 Nissan Altima. Save $5,000 off all in-stock Altimas. And for 2016, introducing the all-new redesigned Nissan Maxima and Murano.
Deal you're looking for, I've got it. I guarantee you I'm going to give you one of the best prices around. Patera Nissan, Route 20, Auburn, Massachusetts.
I'm District Attorney Joe Early, and I'm proud to partner with Charter Communications with our pledge to help raise awareness that bullying should not be tolerated. From local school students, here is our message.
Delete cyberbullying. Don't write it. Don't forward it. Think twice what you type.
We need to foster safe environments for students in their schools and communities. Join the anti-bully crusade. Take a stand to lend a hand. Don't be a bully.
Presented by the law offices of Joseph J. Corriglia.
Who's that, Daddy?
That's the world-famous Chuckendale. Wow. How's your guy? Hey, where's the new guy? Look how skinny he is. Eat.
Big food, big fun at Carl's Oxford Diner.
Yeah. There's something about central Massachusetts that makes it a great place to live and work. Our history, our heritage, our values, our resilience and drive to innovate. At Unibank, we're proud to call central Massachusetts home, and we're committed to remaining true to our founding purpose, to be the best bank for all customers, large and small. Unibank, big bank know-how, community bank attitude. Member FDIC, member DIF.
Hi, I'm Dale LePage.
And I'm Sarah Blodgett from Charter TV3's entertainment show, WooTube.
Be sure to tune in to WooTube every month for local music and comedy videos.
Now you're not alone.
I want to play.
Hey, just put that gun away.
Things are not the way they used to be. Get up, won't you get up now?
People fall in love in mysterious ways.
Gotta have some hot stuff, gotta have some hot stuff tonight. Father time, here I am.
interviews with local venue owners, and upcoming events in your area.
It's your music and comedy videos, all the events you want to attend, and all the places you want to be.
WooTube
on Charter TV 3.
Local news from Central Massachusetts for Central Massachusetts.
If you're planning to go out this weekend, so are the police.
This was the scene on that road last night when two cars collided.
Police arrest a Grafton man who they say ran away from a traffic stop on I-290.
The society says they condemn the recent acts of violence.
Reporters in the field. And an in-depth local forecast. Worcester News Tonight on Charter TV 3.
Welcome back, everyone. We are at the half. Uxbridge in front, 27-24 over Sutton. Kevin Shea with Kevin Wells. Thanks for joining us tonight for this great high school basketball game. This is a game Uxbridge has commanded and controlled that first quarter. Lit on the basket for Sutton. Sutton came roaring out in the second quarter, but Uxbridge answered that challenge. They cut it to 2, then Uxbridge brought it back up to 6, and this is a nice game we got brewing here.
No doubt about it. Uxbridge has done a great job of keeping and maintaining their lead. They may have faltered a little bit, but they certainly didn't let themselves fall behind. They didn't get down on themselves at all. They've done a nice job playing a very intense zone defense. Sutton has really struggled putting the ball in the basket. Second quarter, they shot the ball much better. I think they had 4 threes or 3 threes in that second quarter. Look for them to continue to stay with the game plan and continue to shoot that 3 ball.
Obviously, Sutton likes the pace of this game. This is what they want. They want a running and gunning atmosphere. If you're Uxbridge, do you go and kind of fight fire with fire, or do you tell your team, hey, let's try to slow it down a little bit on offense, enjoy the ball a little bit, and make Sutton play defense for a while?
As you saw, I thought late in that second quarter with probably a minute and change left, Uxbridge got an offensive rebound, and it was a bullet pass outlet and then a lane at the other end. I think you take what Sutton's going to give you. If they're not going to get back in true transition, really fast, then you take that. But otherwise, Kevin, I think you've got to be patient and continue to run your offense. Sutton doing a pretty good job in the man-to-man, but Uxbridge is taking time off the clock, and they're being patient. They love dumping it into the high post and having that strong side guard cut back door.
I was going to say to you, one connection that I thought worked very well near the end of the first half was that Sawyer and Callahan connection. That was just what you mentioned about the high post, and then Callahan would cut back door or would just establish presence in the post and call for it, get position and call for it.
Well, again, the IQ that Sawyer has in terms of his basketball IQ, he knows the cuts, he knows the floor, he knows where his teammates are going to be. He turns triple threat so he can shoot it, he can take it to the basket, or he can pass the basketball, and he does a great job at doing that. Uxbridge has been, again, they've been very patient on the offensive end, and I hope that they continue to do that.
And if you're Sutton, meanwhile, and you're Jim Donnelly, obviously you like the pace, you like the game plan, that what's being executed. It's just a matter of the shots falling for you. What do you tell your team at the half? Obviously, you want to kind of keep that confidence high and say keep shooting. Am I right with that?
Well, I think what you've got to do is, first of all, let's make some conversions. You're working hard on the defensive end, and we're getting the ball, but we're not converting on the other end. So you expend all this energy on the defensive end. You do a great job, but you need to convert every time you get the basketball on the other end, or at least 50% of the time, which right now Sutton is not doing that. So I would say, yes, stick with the game plan, continue to play with a lot of intensity. I would look for them to run more double teams, especially in the full court, to try to create and wreak havoc and turn this thing around and try to get momentum into their Sammy way.
One of the things we talked about at the start of this game was the districts and the fact that Uxbridge has 7 wins, Sutton has 9. So a win tonight for Sutton, they're in the districts. Uxbridge rather, a win tonight, now they have 8 wins, so they're that much closer to the districts. One thing we didn't touch on, though, the Clark tournament, and the pairings will come out pretty soon. The tournament is about a month away, so that is obviously Sutton with the 9 wins. They should be in, no matter what, really, they should be in. But if you're Uxbridge, you're looking, hey, we need a couple more wins, and we're going to be in the tournament as well. And you know from coaching in the Swickle, the number one goal of every team is to get into the Clark tournament. These towns, that's their Super Bowl. And so this is a huge game for Clark tournament seedings, pairings, and qualifications as well.
Right. I mean, certainly it's a battle of the Dual Valley. They're not in the same conference. There's bragging rights, but most importantly, there's seeding rights when it comes to the Clark tournament, as well as the districts.
Right.
So it's a really big game tonight.
All right. It is about 5 degrees outside. Wells has got his tan. Looks like he's in the middle of July. We got a great one going here tonight at the new barn at Uxbridge High School. 27-24, the U in front. Second half is coming up next.
We're proud to lead with high school sports stories because we know that's important to our viewers, that's important to our communities. I think it's incredibly unique because you just don't see this amount of coverage other places. We can do 5 and 6 minutes at 10 o'clock, whereas other stations might do 2.5 minutes, and of that, 30 seconds is on high school sports.
It's very easy to be enthusiastic watching these guys play, whether it's high school football or field hockey or lacrosse.
When you see somebody make an outstanding play, you're kind of fired up about that. I come back and I'm like, Kev, I couldn't believe this play I saw in this game.
To see and to kind of be able to capture some of those magic moments, when you're there to witness history, that's really cool. We're out there every day shooting the games ourselves and coming back and editing it and writing it ourselves.
You get a certain insight that you don't get if you're, say, in a press box.
We never forget the players that come from Central Mass. Those that are lucky enough to play professional sports, we follow them in the pros.
We never forget those guys coming from Central Mass.
I've had people come up and say to me that, you know, we still watch and we're still fans because they can watch on TV.
Has it brought fans to the game? Has it impacted local sports? I hope so. Coaches tell us it has. Certainly our goal is just to cover the game and to really highlight the positive of high school and local college sports.
And we're enjoying what we do, and that I hope that comes across. There's no other place I'd rather be, and there's no other job I'd rather do.
All right, our halftime statistics for you. It is Uxbridge shooting 50%. They shot 50% at the end of the first quarter, 50% for the entire first half. Sutton hitting at 30%. That's up from 20% at the end of the first quarter. The rebound advantage, slight advantage for Sutton, 18-14. And the turnovers about even, 7-6. 7 for Sutton, 6 for Uxbridge. 3-point field goal percentage. Uxbridge hitting 40% from beyond the arc and Sutton 25%.
3-point ball game at the half.
Sutton took 16 threes in that first half. 4 of 16 from beyond the arc.
They are not shy, and they have the ball to start the second half. Uxbridge comes out in a one.
Mooney with the scoop.
Big bucket. Couldn't tell the offense developed so quickly if that was a 1-3-1 look that Uxbridge had, or if they were in man-to-man.
And here's the steal. Zach Rabufo going up just quickly like that. 4 points out of the gate from Sutton. And the Sammies have their first lead of the game. It is 28-27.
22 seconds into the third quarter. Timeout, Uxbridge. Well, you know, again, here's a defensive tenacity. The overplay. Huge steal right there and the lay-in for Zach Rabufo. So, as we expected, Sutton turning up the defensive tenacity, getting after it a little bit harder than they did in the first half, trying to make a statement, trying to switch the momentum. Uxbridge, Kevin, as you had noted, every time Sutton would score in that first half, Uxbridge would come back with an answer. Now the question is, will it continue here in the second half?
And let's see if they try to work it inside, you know, and look with that Sawyer-Callahan connection that worked so well near the end of the first half. Here's Sawyer to the corner. Sutton defense really flies out. They'll trap all over the place and is very active. Rioli
Mooney
slides in. It's a 3-point advantage for Sutton.
45 seconds, 7 or 6 unanswered points. Full court pressure by Sutton. They get the ball back again.
Relentless is the word that comes to mind. And Jim Donnelly wants a timeout now.
Well, 2 timeouts within the first minute of the third quarter, one by each coach.
Well, it's a 6-0 start to the second half in favor of Sutton. And the Sammies with a 3-point lead, 30-27. There's Mark Donahue, retired, as we mentioned, longtime administrator and coach at Uxbridge, athletic director, basketball coach. He's got a banner up here in the new gym that says, Mark Donahue, thank you for your many years of service to the student athletes. Boys basketball coach from 1979 to 2013, amassing 396 victories. He was the girls cross country coach as well from 1992 to 2012. He's in the Massachusetts Basketball Coaches Hall of Fame. Was inducted in 2014. Mark Donahue is a class act.
Well, he's just, you know, he's a guy that every parent wants their son to have the opportunity to play for. He doesn't just teach them about basketball. He teaches these young men life lessons.
And now there's a 3 from Maslick. This Sutton team has started off on fire here in the second half. 33-27.
Another steal by Mooney.
Mooney the steal, and up Bacon in. And Kinney bar the door. This Sutton team is running wild. 4 turnovers, 4 baskets here in the second half.
A block.
And a foul on Rebuffo.
Probably one of the quickest turnarounds, Kevin, or actually the quickest turnaround that we've had on TV this year.
Frioli almost gets a steal. It is an 11-0 run to start the second half, and it's all been done in literally just over a minute. Incredible.
Perry jumping out and just pressuring the ball.
There's Mooney to bring it up.
Well, Maslick with the block for Sutton.
Maslick for 3, got it. Maslick with a couple threes here in the second half.
Well, right now, Uxbridge is just trying to play through the fury of the Sutton Sammies.
Going back to the second quarter, the end of the second quarter, it is a 16-0 run for Sutton. Almost an offensive rebound for Uxbridge. Loose ball, knocked around. Spartans have it.
Well, Sutton they were trying to get off and running, and both players thought the other one had the ball on the break. Turnover.
Unbelievable, the fury and just the determination of this Sutton team on defense, Kevin, contesting every pass, not giving an inch of floor to anyone.
From down 3 to up 11.
It'll be Sutton basketball with 23 seconds on the shot clock, 5:39 to play here in the third quarter. It was 27-24 Uxbridge at the half. It is now 38-27 Sutton. Frioli knocking down the jumper. And Frioli's got 9.
Here's that full court pressure. They're looking to double team. Oh, double dribble. Another turnover.
40-26 Sutton.
Timeout Uxbridge.
Uxbridge wants a timeout. And the Sutton fans standing and saluting the kids and what they have done here in the opening minutes of the third quarter. 40-27 Sutton in front.
Local news from Central Massachusetts for Central Massachusetts.
If you're planning to go out this weekend, so are the police.
This was the scene on that road last night when 2 cars collided.
Police arrest a Grafton man who they say ran away from a traffic stop on I-290.
The society says they condemn the recent acts of violence.
Reporters in the field. And an in-depth local forecast. Worcester News tonight on Charter TV3.
Now Mooney takes the ball out of bounds, gets it right into Frioli. He almost started shooting it before he even caught it. Catch, release, bucket.
Outstanding.
13-point run here for the Sammies, and they have the ball back.
Maslick no good. Sean Conrad and Paul Phillips will say that's the CMIBC basketball camp right in Frioli with the catch it high, release it quick, knocking down that jumper. Sawyer draws the foul.
Second team foul on Sutton this half.
There's Mance rather. Mance on the drive and finish, and that breaks the ice for Uxbridge.
Almost 3 minutes without a bucket there for the Spartans. Hopefully that will jumpstart their offense. There's a steal.
And here's Murray. Good up fake. Murray draws the foul. He'll shoot a pair.
You know, Kevin, along with turning up the intensity, sometimes you over-anticipate. So take a look. As he pulls up, the Sutton defender, of course, is looking, Rebuffo looking to knock the ball away and to get a block shot.
He's up changing light bulbs on that shot fake by Murray. And Murray's got 6 points tonight, the 5'10 junior. It's a 10-point game, 10-point Sutton lead. Sutton took their first lead of the ball game here in the second half. They trailed the entire first half.
Curtis Donovan, a senior for Sutton, in the ball game.
Frioli and Mooney. Joe Perry, he's got that range. Sawyer with a rebound.
Big rebound.
Murray
Sutton needed that.
Quickly, Uxbridge bringing it up the court. Maslick gets it to Mooney. Mooney spitting away from the defender, looking for help. Maslick for three. No good, loose ball. Here comes Mance. Mance cut off by Perry. Sawyer.
Good job defensively that time by Perry. Nice kick out.
And the three just off the mark. Maslick up top. And Sutton will take a breath. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Frioli calling for it on the block. Muscles up for two.
Well, Sutton, they called either one or two for Tony. They ran in isolation for Fry, and they just dumped it into the low post to allow him to take advantage of what they felt was a mismatch.
Beautiful one-touch pass from Sawyer. Callahan battles for the offensive rebound. Sawyer kicks it out. And Kevin Wells trying to get the assist. Still got the hands.
Kick save.
3:27 to play here in the third quarter. It is 42-31. Sutton in front. Sutton has gone to the bench. Frioli, beautiful pass.
Right down Main Street. Nice pass down the middle. Big bucket.
Ashton Brennan moving without the ball. Fry picks it off. Short jumper, offensive rebound. Another offensive rebound.
Kick out.
Buffoni to Perry for three.
Joe Perry.
Joe Perry's got nothing but threes. 3 threes here tonight. That's a killer, though, when you get a couple offensive rebounds and then you get a three out of it. Sawyer down the other end. Mance looking for Sawyer.
You know, Kevin, regardless of the outcome of this ball game, what a teaching tape for 6 minutes, 5.5 minutes for both coaches. Here's what we can do if you're Sutton when we want to play hard. Uxbridge, if we don't take care of the ball, here's what can happen. So we've got to play hard all the time.
Whitlock, ferocious on the glass.
Whitlock really going after it, but now the lid is on the basket for the Spartans. Nice pass into the post. Good job sharing the basketball. Brent Whitlock just going after it.
Whitlock will have 2 shots. That is the first personal foul on Joe Perry. And Whitlock will have one more.
But that's the fourth team foul against Sutton this quarter or this half. Uxbridge has no team fouls. So 3 more fouls, Uxbridge will be in a 1-and-1. They need to attack the basket.
Mooney trapped. Now it's Uxbridge turning up the heat defensively and causing the turnover.
Nice job on the perimeter, running that double team, and then the weak side coming up to make the steal.
Stewart.
Now they've got to convert, Kevin.
Mance has it blocked, and he's fouled. No jump ball.
Jump ball, possession, Uxbridge.
And there's a rebound from Sutton. Sutton moves it around the perimeter, going inside Buffoni. And he is fouled. Jared Buffoni will go to the line and shoot 2. That is the first team foul on Uxbridge in this half.
Nice pass there. And again, good job executing. You know, a shuffle cut right off that baseline screen.
Buffoni will have one more. Mike Keene and Brian Callahan, our referees tonight, doing a great job.
Couple veteran officials.
Buffoni making his free throws.
Sutton turns around right away and they go full court.
And a foul. Sawyer.
That will be Sutton's 5th foul.
By Curtis Donovan. .122 to play here in the third quarter. 49-33. And a turnover. It'll be Sutton ball. .39-33.
Uxbridge drops back into the 2-3. And you're right, Kevin, they're extending this defense a little bit more, trying to make it more difficult to get those perimeter passes.
Sutton has outscored Uxbridge 25-6 here in the third quarter. Wow, make it 27-6.
Wow, Fraioli's just
or
so
is that
quick.
A 3?
Quick on, no, that was a 2, but it was so quick on his release.
And then he gets back on defense and just attacks defensively. And that's what you like to see if you're a coach. Gets the field goal, but doesn't sit there and admire it. He gets right back defensively, playing tenacious defense. 13 points for Friday night. Buffoni with a left-handed leaner.
Now up and off the window from inside the middle of the paint. Great job. Right now, there's not much that Sutton can miss.
7 different players have scored for Sutton. Loose ball, players hitting the deck. Everyone's selling out. Josh Bell. Here's Whitlock. Back to Bell. Murray. 4 seconds on the shot clock. 3. Rattle it home. Josh Bell with a triple.
Great job by Uxbridge, exercising the entire clock, and they had the nice kick out from the low post short corner all the way out in a big bucket there. That could be a momentum changer for the Spartans.
We'll see. The fourth quarter's coming up next. It is Sutton in front of Uxbridge, 53-36.
There's something about central Massachusetts that makes it a great place to live and work. Our history, our heritage, our values, our resilience and drive to innovate. At Unibank, we're proud to call central Massachusetts home, and we're committed to remaining true to our founding purpose, to be the best bank for all customers, large and small. Unibank, big bank know-how, community bank attitude. Member FDIC, member DIF.
I'm District Attorney Joe Early, and I'm proud to partner with Charter Communications with our pledge to help raise awareness that bullying should not be tolerated. From local school students, here is our message.
If you see someone getting bullied, stand up for them. You never know what a few words can do.
We need to foster safe environments for students in their schools and communities. Join the anti-bully crusade. Take a stand to lend a hand. Don't be a bully.
Presented by the law offices of Joseph J. Corriglia.
Back to live action in the fourth quarter. We pick up where we left off at a frenetic pace. Sutton scored 24 points the entire first half. Kevin, they scored 29 points in just that third quarter alone.
Well, that just goes to show you that the shift, the change that can take place so quickly.
Perry for three, and 13 of those points were off of turnovers. And the foul is on Mooney.
Well, that's the 16th foul. The next one, with 7:22 to go here in the quarter, the next foul on Sutton, Uxbridge will go to the free throw line.
7:22 to play in the game. Uxbridge led at 27-24 at the half. Third quarter was all Sutton. They came flying out of the gates. They lead 53-36 here, but as you mentioned, Kevin, that's your
turnover again.
Mooney, and he's fouled. Right, if you're a coach, you're saying, hey, listen, they did it to us, we can do it to them.
There's a dynamic defensive duo doing a great job. Tommy Mooney and Joe Perry, veteran Sammy players that just understand the level of intensity that needs to be done in order for them to win this ball game.
Mooney has 11 points.
And they lead by example.
Well, you always talk about value the basketball. In the first half, Uxbridge had only 6 turnovers, but Sutton has forced 10 turnovers here in this half. And we're just at the beginning of the fourth quarter.
Is that full court pressure by the Sammies.
Mance doing a nice job of bringing it up. He's got Cam Stewart, you got some good ball handlers there. And here's Sawyer taking it right down Main Street. And if you're Uxbridge, you're saying, I like Sawyer. Let's feed Sawyer a little bit more here down the stretch.
Now, it's really important that he continues to take that to the basket every opportunity that presents itself as well.
Frioli for three. Oh, guard him with oven mitts. Fry's on fire. Tony Frioli with another three.
Is that trapping defense, man-to-man principles. They run the double from the blind side, like a very similar to the run and jump.
10-second violation. You know what's amazing, Kevin, is no one on this Sutton squad looks winded. They go a million miles an hour, constantly all over the court, causing all this havoc, and none of them look tired. And we're in the fourth quarter. Phil Robo, our great statistician, says he's tired.
Just from watching.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, he's had a lot to be writing about, too. It's just the pace of the game. Oh, beautiful, unselfish basketball. Frioli with the finish.
Well, nice job moving the basketball. And like you said, Fry just laid it up and in, filling that right-hand lane.
Largest lead of the ball game for Sutton, a 21-point advantage. Another steal. Maslick on the theft, and he is fouled.
So that was Callahan from behind. That'll be Uxbridge's third team foul. Well, here's Sutton, little tic-tac-toe, nice job. Fry filling the lane, and a very, very unselfish pass from Maslick.
What you like there, too, is some players, especially the younger players, in traffic like that, they would stop and bring the ball down, a couple fakes. Fry, just one fluid movement, catches it, goes right up with it.
Good defense by Uxbridge.
Yep, here's the pick by the Spartans. Mance, good crossover. Sawyer will take the free throw line jumper. High arcing rebound, Maslick has it. A loose ball, and it'll be Uxbridge ball. Callahan causing the turnover.
Nice job, ball went off of Maslick's leg.
Stewart will put it in play. Mance. Here's Callahan, inside to Sawyer. Frioli guarding him, knocked it away. Mance, 18 on the shot clock. Mance spinning to the lane. Perry had it as he was falling down. Gets it to his teammate, Rebuffo. Frioli looked at the three. Here's Perry with an NBA three and then some. Nothing but net. Joe Perry from somewhere over the town line.
Well, I'll tell you what, whatever they missed in the first quarter, they're certainly making up in the second half.
That last one was from Northbridge. Sawyer collects.
Great hustle by Sawyer. Again, good opportunity to see his athleticism. Catches the ball, knocks it away. Sutton
ahead of the pack, Frioli, up and in. $20 points for Anthony Frioli. Sutton on a 10-0 run, 64-38. Sammy's in front. And there's the steal by Rebuffo. Perry. Sutton looking.
Oh, they just missed underneath.
Maslick for three. Long rebound, Mance has it. Callahan.
Nice pivot by Callahan. Good entrance pass and a nice turnaround. Uxbridge just has to get a couple stops here and try to get the momentum to switch.
Callahan's got 9 points, and Jim Donnelly wants a timeout. He's going to empty the bench right now and send in 4 subs. So he called the timeout just so he could really get these new players in. 64-40 lead. Tomorrow night we'll be at the Hart Center, NCAA basketball. Holy Cross and Army. And then Friday we'll be back at the Hart Center, but across the hall at the hockey rink. It is Holy Cross and Canisius. The spirits are still high here in the gym.
By the way, that was awfully nice of you to allow that young man to borrow your shorts.
Those are nice shorts, or they were back in the day when I wore them.
That's being a team player, K-Shay.
I do what I can. Well, Gino Manzi is looking at this, and they had a great half, and they were up by 3 at the break, and I don't know if there was anything you could do to stop that juggernaut that was Sutton in the third quarter.
Well, I know that you kind of like the bearded look, so if you look at Uxbridge right now, they've got a couple young men.
I like it. Sean Creighton is the one who looks like Johnny Gomes, number 10. He's in there, but they got 2 of the bearded brothers there. Sam Wojciechowski. I couldn't grow a beard like that in college.
Like the Smith brothers, right?
Oh, yeah, you're right. The cough drops?
Sure.
That's right. They do look like the Smith brothers. I don't know if I could grow a beard like that now. .3:14 to play in this one. There they are. There they are, the Beard brothers. They're taking Lacombe to task right now. Andy Lacombe's got the beard going, but man, look at Sean Creighton and Sam Wojciechowski. They are rocking some big, tough beards.
Looking pretty fresh, gotta tell you.
Yeah, they are.
Gentleman's Quarterly says that beards are in.
Those 2 guys could be in Duck Dynasty. They got some hunters down here in Uxbridge. Nice shot.
The floater up and over the top.
That's a sophomore too, Grennan. He's got 4. Michael Rosa in the game for Uxbridge. Here we go. You got to feed it in. That's a good look. I don't care. That's a good look. It's one beard to another. You gotta respect that. You gotta help a fellow bearded guy.
Both teams have cleared the benches. It's a great opportunity. 2:44 to go. Great opportunity for these young men to get some quality playing time.
Whitlock, no good. And Sutton with a big lead, works it around. Erickson on the dish.
Curtis
that
Donovan.
time to Curtis Donovan for 3.
The senior knocks one home.
Sutton shooting 38% from the field, and Uxbridge 49. Oh, in and out. That one would have been a crowd pleaser from Creighton.
Great ball movement that time by Uxbridge.
Timeout on the floor. 1:59 to play in this one. 71-40. Sutton in front.
Unequivocally, the largest turnaround.
Yeah. Yeah, it certainly figures that we have seen. And so Sutton will go to 10-1 overall. They'll qualify for district play. Hopedale beat Nipmuc tonight, so Hopedale's 5-0 in league play. They are 9-3 overall. So those are a couple teams that we'll probably see in the Clark. Hopedale and Sutton definitely. Nipmuc's a team that we could very well see in the Clark tournament as well.
Well, they're at 7-3 right now, 7-4 actually after tonight. But the fact of the matter is that there's still plenty of time in qualifying measures.
I think we could see this Uxbridge team in the Clark as well.
Well, coaches shoot for a minimum of 9 wins. 10's usually a solid pick for the Clark.
Tom Flynn in the ball game for Sutton. A lot of new faces in there. Tucker Hurl. Jason Mongen, freshman. Only freshman on this varsity team for Sutton.
Josh Bell in the game for Uxbridge. Michael Rosa for Uxbridge, a junior.
Creighton's going to put it in play. Creighton looking for some help. .135 to play. 71-40 Sutton. Uxbridge trapping. And Sutton kicking it around the horn.
Great patience by Sutton again. Nice job executing their offense, running their offense. Seven on the shot clock.
Phil Robo, our statistician, just pulled up a picture of him from 1974 when he was rocking the beard. Good steal from Creighton. He had the long hair flowing, he had the beard going. He was rocking the Eagles.
Big steal by Uxbridge.
Whitlock, too strong. And jump ball as Creighton battled for it. Good hustle from Sean Creighton.
Possession will stay with the Spartans.
Under a minute to play in this one. There's Sean Creighton, the 5'10 senior. Good energy, good spark off the bench here tonight for Uxbridge. Fadeaway three. Rebound by Tyree Ortiz. Ortiz spinning. Erickson gets it back to Hurl. The three from Tucker. And
the
Uxbridge
junior
can hold for the final shot with 20 seconds remaining in this one. Creighton, no good. And Sutton has the ball. Jim Donnelly says, just hold the ball, hold the ball. 50 points here in the second half for Sutton. They had 24 in the first half, 50 points here in the second. 74-40, Sutton a winner tonight. We'll take a break. Kevin and I will wrap it up right after this.
There's something about central Massachusetts that makes it a great place to live and work. Our history, our heritage, our values, our resilience and drive to innovate. At Unibank, we're proud to call central Massachusetts home, and we're committed to remaining true to our founding purpose, to be the best bank for all customers, large and small. Unibank, big bank know-how, community bank attitude. Member FDIC, member DIF.
I'm District Attorney Joe Early, and I'm proud to partner with Charter Communications with our pledge to help raise awareness that bullying should not be tolerated. From local school students, here is our message.
If you see someone getting bullied, stand up for them. You never know what a few words can do.
We need to foster safe environments for students in their schools and communities. Join the anti-bully crusade. Take a stand to lend a hand. Don't be a bully.
Presented by the law offices of Joseph J. Corriglia.
Who's that, Daddy?
That's the world-famous Chuckingdale. Wow. How's your guy? Hey, where's the new guy? Look how skinny he is. Eat.
Big food, big fun at Carl's Oxford Diner.
Yeah. Hi, Anthony Torrey, General Sales Manager here at Paterra Nissan, your #1 Nissan dealership in central New England.
Save $3,500 off all in-stock roads. 2015 Nissan Altima. Save $5,000 off all in-stock Altimas. And for 2016, introducing the all-new redesigned Nissan Maxima and Murano.
Deal you're looking for, I've got it. I guarantee you I'm going to give you one of the best prices around. Paterra Nissan, Route 20, Auburn, Massachusetts.
Welcome back, everyone. The final score here tonight from Uxbridge. Sutton 74, Uxbridge 40. And Kevin, this was a tale of two halves. Uxbridge led it by 3 at the break, but coming out in the third quarter there, Sutton could not have played better than they did. They were unbelievable at every facet of the game, but created so much havoc. And those turnovers, they quickly hit them for points.
Well, they say the first 5 minutes of the second half is when you want to dictate and dominate, and certainly that's exactly what happened. Sutton came out, they scored 6 points within the first 30 seconds, and then the rest was history from that point forward. Their defensive tenacity, I mean, they just went after it so hard. Uxbridge had a very, very hard time taking care of the basketball in the second half.
Sutton qualifies for the districts tonight, their 10th win of the season. The Suttons Sammys take it 74-40. Our next broadcast will come your way tomorrow night. NCAA basketball, Patriot League basketball. It'll be Holy Cross and West Point. We will tip it off live from the Hart Center at 7 p.m. For our statistician, Phil Robo, Kevin Wells, our producer-director, Sean Grady, and our entire Charter TV3 crew, I'm Kevin Shea. Thanks for watching, everyone. So long from Uxbridge High School, where the Sutton Sammys are victorious here tonight.